This presentation is a supplement to the written technical information for 16S42. Please refer to all removal and installation steps and special notes in the technical information. The 16S42 kit will contain a vial of dark blue conformal coating chemical, a 3 mm syringe, and a blunt tip applicator nozzle. The chemical in the vial will begin to cure within minutes of being opened, so don't open it until you're ready to use it. Prior to opening the vial of chemical, position the front seat to the full forward position, remove the front and rear door scuff plate trim panels, and remove the lower B-pillar trim panel. Also, remove any bolts or fasteners that would prevent pulling the carpet aside so the front seat pretensioner on both sides of the vehicle can be accessed. Refer to Workshop Manual section 50105 for removal illustrations. Remove the cap on the vial of chemical, and using the syringe, draw in 3 milliliters of chemical. Once 3 milliliters of chemical is in the syringe, screw on the blunt tip applicator nozzle to the syringe. Screw the cap back on the vial to prevent the excess chemical in the vial from curing, should more chemical be needed. Bend the cable and belt eyelet forward to expose the cable as it exits the pretensioner. Place the syringe nozzle in the area of the exposed cable. Inject half of the syringe contents, or 1.5 milliliters of chemical, down into the pretensioner. Use small bumps on the plunger to control the flow of the chemical into the pretensioner to limit the amount of chemical that could pool up and spill out of the pretensioner. As the chemical begins to pool up, release the plunger and allow the chemical to be absorbed into the cable and gravitate down into the pretensioner. This will require patience. The injection process will take 3 to 4 minutes per side. Once you've injected half of the syringe contents into the pretensioner, quickly go to the other side of the vehicle and inject the remaining 1.5 milliliters into the opposite front pretensioner. If more than 3 or 4 drops ran out of the pretensioner cable housing, you may be able to use the excess chemical that came in the vial. Remove the blunt tip nozzle to suck the chemical into the syringe, and then reattach the nozzle. The pretensioner cable housing will overflow if 1.7 milliliters of chemical is injected. Overfilling the pretensioner with more than 1.5 milliliters of chemical is not cause for concern and will not degrade the pretensioner performance. Once 1.5 milliliters of chemical has been injected into both front pretensioners, remove the cap on the vial of chemical so the remaining chemical hardens. While the chemical is curing, reposition the carpet and reinstall the trim panels on both sides. Allow the chemical to cure for 30 minutes prior to returning the vehicle to the customer. The vial, syringe, and nozzle can now be placed in the trash.